there.
Hey, that's quite an opening.
That was cool, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
I've had so much time to tinker on and learn like little different things that I've been having a lot of fun doing it. I'm like, ooh, and I finally made it so that I didn't have to do a screen share. So that made me very happy. So
there you go.
Let's introduce you. You are Liz Barrett, comedian and extraordinaire cooker.
What?
You're a cook extraordinaire.
Oh yes, I organized my tea recently.
You organized your tea recently.
I gotta get out.
We all have to get out. I'm about ready to go out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you doing?
Oh, we're fine. You know, all you can be is happy that no one's sick. So that's where we're at. And we're up in upstate New York in a cabin.
Oh, you're in upstate New York.
Yeah, we went upstate. So I feel very guilty leaving New York City, but we could get out, so we got out.
Yeah, I think everybody got out.
I mean, I'm unemployed, so you know, if I had a job, I would have stayed. You know. But,
you mean if you had some comedy work?
Well, comedy or my other work.
Oh, your other job. Oh shit! Yeah, so your husband's your husband's unemployed too?
No, he's employed, but he can do it from home.
Oh, that's good. Working. Oh, that's good. That's good. What kind of
work?
I'm
just getting like, I'm getting to like group C of my like plans. You know, it's like, okay, this is like project 27 on the list. I've already.
Now, is this your cabin? Or is it a rented
cabin?
Okay, so
we have a little cabin that we bought.
That's nice.
We're lucky. Yeah.
You're killing it in the comedy world, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it's all going to be like when we get back.
No, I mean in the sense that you can have a cabin. You're killing it in comedy.
Oh yeah, no, this is.
Yeah, that was a joke.
I did my taxes. It was so embarrassing. Like,
really?
So embarrassing. So no, none of this is comedy money.
That's so tough.
That's so funny. Tough. That's funny.
I know.
There's a few people who have a living off of comedy, correct? I guess. Yes.
Yeah, there's a few of I don't know who they are, but I would like them to share it with me, I guess.
I love people like it's very secretive. Like people are just so secretive. Like I'm not secretive. It's like
I think we've had this conversation before, in the sense that nobody wants to share, and it's like, well, people don't mind stealing, but they don't want to share.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they're like, I'll steal your shit, but I'm not going to share it with you. But you stole it from me, so why not share it with me?
No, they're not. They don't want to. It's all very hush hush, and you're like, okay. It takes a while to figure out what is happening. I still don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening either. Yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 10 years.
10 years now? Okay. Yeah.
Give or take.
It just seems like a long time, doesn't it?
It does, actually. Just recently, I'm like, oh, it's been a long time.
Well, before you continue with your thought, I want to play a video that you sent for me for everybody that's watching.
I love joke in 6 weeks. Oh, I actually showered for this event and put on eye makeup, and it went. I can't put my makeup on anymore. It's been weeks.
I am getting really good at putting on eye makeup.
I look like an old whore. It was like so bizarre.
Oh, that's so funny. I think it's the lighting. It's not you.
Well, I cleaned it up, but it was like, I know it's not white. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
All right. Well, I want to play this. This is you at Gotham Comedy Club, and
what am I doing?
You're gonna tell jokes, which is really good.
Wow.
And I love, before we get started on this, I love the way the audience reacts to you. I've always loved this.
Oh,
how the audience reacts to you, because you're so deadpan you know, and like I'm a very high energy comic, you know that. So like,
well, that's what they're used to.
That's what they're used to. So you come out and it's just absolutely hysterical. So I'm looking forward to playing for this. If you guys are here, please say hi. Make sure that you like the video. Even if you don't like it, just fucking like it.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, there's no peer pressure. No, just like the video. Send us some love. Yeah. This is Liz at Gotham Comedy Club. Enjoy this.
Oh God, do I have to watch myself?
There's no sound in the video.
Oh.
All I heard is you crumbling something.
Okay, hold on.
I was going to ask, but
I think we're not having any sound on this. That's what Steph just said. So give me 1 second.
I wondered, but
yeah. Let's start this over. Let me
make a joke, Jess.
It sucks. It's okay. So apparently I'm not that good at this thing, but let me try this again. I think I forgot to push the little share audio, and we'll start it again. Are you still on there? Let's see. Here we go. All right, so we'll start it again, and this time hopefully we have sound. Steph was just starting to scream at me. We don't have sound. So here we go.
Are we going to go meta and I'm going to explain each joke?
No, I will just go from the very, very beginning of this.
I'm being a pain in the ass. All right.
I mean, was that a joke that you were just telling right now? I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm being a pain in the ass back. Okay, bye. All right, hold on a second.
Give it up for the very funny Liz Barrett, everyone. Come on.
All right, if we have sound, hit the like buttons.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Oh my God, I had such a busy day today. I bought a Swiffer. Buying a Swiffer really says to the world, I'm kind of interested in keeping my house clean, but I'm not fully invested. I'm going to push that dirt around and then I'm going to walk away. I was Googling easy recipes because that's where I'm at in life. And it came up that there is a recipe for liquor gummy bears. Yeah. Some ladies are big fans here. But the recipe is super weird. Like, you can make them 2 ways. You can either make your own gummy bears. No one's doing that. The real recipe is that you put a gummy bear in a Dixie cup and you throw liquor on it, whatever you like. And it blows up. And then you have a snack. But the comments were so odd. Like, this one woman's like, I love this recipe. But is all the added sugar necessary? I'm like, is this the problem with this? She's probably the type of gal who eats kale, does yoga, and cuts her cocaine with Splenda. I'm married, and we've grown in our relationship. The other day I said to him, hey, are you listening to me? And he said, no. And I was okay with that. Because that's the beauty of marriage. It's not like I won't see him tomorrow. It's hard to keep the spice. We recently checked into a hotel room and we had just bought this giant thing of duct tape. and this giant thing of lotion. My husband's like, if you didn't know us better, you'd think we were kind of wild. No. The duct tape was because the luggage broke. And I bought the lotion because my skin was incredibly dry that day. Tonight I'm wearing a knee brace and a sports bra, or as I like to call it, middle-aged lingerie. Meow. I've had a fantastic year because I've given up. It has made all the difference. For example, when I go out now and I have toothpaste on my shirt, I don't care. I just view it as a symbol that I have brushed my teeth. I can't lose weight. Sometimes I give myself a pep talk and tell myself, skinny people die too. My doctor's like, Liz, at 4 p.m., if you need a snack, it needs to be a healthy one. You just need to have a handful of nuts. What is that going to do for me exactly, Doc? I have never said in my life, oh my God, I am so full. I just had a handful of nuts. Sometimes I see those real skinny girls who are having their 4 p.m. nut snack. And they're eating one nut at a time. And sometimes I just want to go over and shove 2 nuts down her throat at a time. Everybody's drinking that kombucha tea. Have you seen this? If you don't know what this is, it's good you're sitting. It's fermented tea. Doesn't that sound delicious? The guy in the store tried to get me to try a sample. He's like, you can put fruits and veggies in it and make it chunky. I have never in my life thought, I'm thirsty. You know what I need? A chunky drink. I've recently read that 20-year-old women are no longer wearing bras. Yeah. And the reporter's like, these women are just so brave. They're 20 years old. Their tits are up to here. Mazel tov. They're doing it to fight the patriarchy. And the patriarchy has no clue and is just like, tits. You want to see fighting the patriarchy, you start sending me out on the street with no bra. And women my age. They'd call the police. They'd be like, there's all these women on the street, they're hunched over and their boobs are just going here and there and everywhere. You gotta come. What do they want? Give them anything they want. I was performing that joke and some 25-year-old kid's like, take off your bra. Oh, honey, walk before you run. Thank you, I'm Liz Barrett.
Liz Barrett, everyone.
That's an old clip. Those jokes are like, that's not even my, I'm like, I don't know what clip I said.
That's the clip you sent me. I thought it was hysterical. We had one. I looked at your Gotham Live clip, and that was hysterical too. So,
an oldie but a goodie. But yeah, that one, like, I changed a lot of those jokes and the order, and like, yeah, it's just funny to see. And of course, I hate watching myself. Like,
do you really?
It's like, who let this person even ever go on stage? Like, who
oh
would
my
even
God, you're so
ever? Yeah.
So it's such a. I love how self-deprecating we all are.
Yes.
Most of us, not all of us.
Well, most of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that it's just interesting to see like that. I don't know where I got that clip from.
This is the one you sent to me
I
too.
know. Like like whatever clips. Anywho, not the point.
Besides your jokes, which are hysterical, my favorite thing is how the audience reacts to you. And it's just such a bizarre thing how people react to different comedians.
People either really get me and are like falling off the chair,
Yeah,
or they're staring at me like I don't get it. But I've gotten to the point, or I had, where I can pull people now.
yeah,
I
I've
can
seen
break
that.
people. I can break people now. But that sort of came, it's very rare I get a whole audience who's like on fire and totally gets it.
I've seen you do it a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, not a couple, but those are good nights. But now I like bring them along.
Yeah, I think you
like I even address it half the time.
You don't address it.
No, I do address it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, anymore.
Wait, what?
Like,
anymore,
I address it in my act, like, oh, I'm bringing you along now.
Oh, okay.
I've broken you now. Because some of it is, they just have to realize I'm not going to do anything else. Like, they can either get on board or just, what are you going to do?
Hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it's funny.
It's weird because you're very smart in how you write. And but I would say, like you're a smart writer. Just you can work anywhere, right? I just don't know what people are thinking. If they're not on board with you, I don't know what they're thinking because they're not listening. I don't know what they're doing. But these people were great because they were completely into you. I think they're listening to you, and maybe they're waiting for you to jump up and down or do something energetic. Like that's what makes it so funny. And I've seen you go like when you start and you're like, hi, and you just I love the way you start your jokes. And then your entire set. And by I would say 5-10 minutes in, people are falling out of their chairs. Yeah. Those are the shows that I've seen you do.
What?
Those are the shows that I've either seen you do or you've been on with me.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you.
When you came here to Northampton, you killed it.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, theater crowds are definitely your crowds because they were loving you.
I like theater crowds overall.
Yeah, theater crowds are fun.
But you have to like switch it up too. Like a comedy club is different, or
I don't know that I switch it up that much.
You don't switch it. I don't listen. I'm not like I don't become like Carrot Top at comedy clubs, but like what you talk about, or is just a little bit different. It's
gotten a little bit easier because I have a little bit more material. Like I probably have about an hour and a half's worth of material, so that is very, very helpful. But if I didn't, like when I first started, it was like, this is what I have. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to say. Like this is it, people.
I read Bob Newhart's autobiography, and he was saying that, it was so much different back then, but he would travel with, I forget who he opened for. And he said he had 20 minutes. And he did his 20 minutes, and then they're like, you have to do like 10 more. And he literally said to the audience, I have no other material. And he just started doing.
Oh my God. Why did he have to do 10 more? What
happened. And they're like, you have to do 10 more minutes. And he's like, I've got nothing. But that's kind of like hysterical if you think about it. Like I would crack up if someone just started doing the same material you just saw 20 minutes ago.
Is that what he did? He just did the same exact stuff?
He was like, well, I haven't made any material.
That would be hysterical.
And he's not like a crowd work comedian. So he,
literally went right back into his material and did 10 more minutes.
Which made me feel a lot better. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. So is he one of your? Is he one of the people that you get your style from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. And who else?
Little
I would say him a lot.
Little Mitch Hedberg.
Little Mitch Hedberg, that's what they say, and a little like Stephen Wright and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're seeing shadows on my wall, that's a cat.
Oh, that's a cat.
Yeah.
I thought that was your lovely wife.
No, that would be the kitty.
Oh yeah, now I see.
Nice. Here she'll jump up and down.
How long you been quarantining, Jess?
I don't know anymore. 7 weeks.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, we go out sometime once in a while, you know.
I have not been out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, Steph does the shopping.
Oh.
Yeah.
I go. I mean, you know,
yeah. I mean,
not all the time.
I've gone through like waves of depression, you know.
Some days are rougher.
Because some days are really rough because I really miss doing stand-up. You know, and I really miss hearing people laugh. I miss the hugs. I miss interacting with people. I miss coming home and being like super rushed on adrenaline, you know, but this is weird. This has all been very weird for me. It just continues to get a little bit more bizarre and more bizarre and more bizarre.
I was talking to a comedian and she was like talking to comedian Jimmy Cupid, and that person was like, you know, I can see like a club like Gotham or something not serving food and breaking up the tables and like, but on the other hand, like people like, you know, big stars are not going to be able to sell at Madison Square Garden anytime soon. They're not going to have those shows. So now they're going to be like probably at Gotham. What's going to be left for the rest?
There's nothing going to.
So I've just been writing their stuff to try to keep. I mean, I haven't wrote a joke. I've been writing other stuff.
Right.
But
I've been working really hard on my tech skills as far as like creating promo videos and stuff. So, you know, because it takes time, and I'll go, and I'm self-taught, so I'll go on to like YouTube and I'll see, okay, how do I make a timer for this countdown, you know? And I'm like, oh my God, I just made a timer today. That's so cool.
I mean, I just feel like people at my, you know, are sort of like, I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know this conversation every night.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've done this for about 2 weeks now, and all of us, my perspective on it is that our group, if I think you just have to be super creative. I think this is going to push the levels of creativity in a way that no one's ever seen. For one, I don't know about wanting to do an online comedy show. Like that freaks me out. I haven't tried it yet. I want to see one to see how it works.
I watched one because I was like, I want to see how it works, and I want to. And I think the one I picked, I won't say what it was, but like was probably the best of, you know, how it could be done. And I still was like, oh, that's sad. Like, and it's still
it's not gonna be the same.
But it's a successful one, and it was still. So next week I'm starting Getting By.
Good.
I'm gonna do it on a Zoom and then put it on to basically my YouTube page.
Oh, very good.
So just get that out there, start doing that.
Getting By is going to be what?
It's every week. We're going to talk about a different topic. The first week's going to be marriage, about like getting by in marriage. And then the next week will be like birthdays and whatever topic we pick Okay. It's only me, but like for once a week.
Are you doing that solo or are you doing it with a guest?
I'm going to have a guest each week.
Okay.
And then it's going to be really a sort of a very structured show, like half an hour. I'm going to do an opening, and then have the guest on and play a game, maybe something like that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about adding in a game or something. because
Yeah.
I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
I think the prank calls are hysterical.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'd really like to do those. I don't know, play bingo or whatever.
I mean, the thing is, I think that comedy clubs are not going to come back that quickly. And
No,
if they do, they're going to have like big names.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know,
And
let's
they're
face
gonna
it.
lose. I don't know how you can have like, because I watched your other set at Gotham where you were filming when you did the live Access Live. That place was packed. I mean, they show people sitting shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, and no one's going to want to do that, right?
I don't think so.
I don't want to do that. I won't even
I mean,
leave my
I don't
house
do
right now.
that. It's even like going to the theater. I miss the theater, but like, are you really going to want to go to? People are disgusting on a good day. I mean, let's face it. Like on a good day, people are revolting.
It is very true.
They live like they're raised in a barn. So now we're going to have all these additional things people have to, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I'd like to go to, I just don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know. And I think, you know, like,
if you had to pick a date, when you think we'll be able to do stand up again, and it doesn't have to be a specific date, just like a month and a year.
I think maybe like, I think in the summer, this clubs in New York, like take for instance, we'll try to open up and do some things. But for me, I don't predict getting spots because I think they have a backload of comedians with names who haven't been on stage for months, who have those spots and have followings and things like that.
Right.
So to get back to me, like getting spots, I would say the fall maybe. And yeah, unless there's another wave. I mean,
I'm kind of predicting a second wave, similar to 2018. That's going to be worse than what we're going through now because people are being dicks.
Well,
I mean, I was watching the news today and I was like, oh, you know, they open up the beaches. Did you? I don't know if you saw that. And I was like, how many cases they have? I don't know how many, 46,000 cases in California or something like that. I don't remember
like that.
But it's high. It's the fifth state. It's the fifth highest state with infections. And I'm like, that was a really nice thing that the beaches were able to open. That I would love to be able to take my dogs to the beach, right? And let them run around and be safe doing it and not feel like I'm going to get contaminated by anyone, as opposed to, oh my God, it's a beach day. Let's go have fun in the sun and lay down and have a picnic with, 500 other strangers. Do you not understand this?
And I just think like too, like people aren't going to have like fundraisers and things like that for a while.
We can't.
No.
It goes back to capacity. I don't know how this is going to work.
Art shows and things like that, like it's just not possible right now. I don't think Broadway's going to be up till like, I think the fall people will try things unless there's another wave. Don't you? Maybe we're crazy. Maybe things will in June go back.
I love watching Rachel Maddow because she's a lesbian, and
part of a cult.
It is a cult. Part of the agenda is I try to say her name every night. What was she talking about last night? Oh shit, I just forgot. The lesbian thing threw me off.
Doesn't it always?
It always does. I don't know what I was going to say. It'll come back to me.
But what was she saying? Like when it's going to come back or something?
No, I don't have a clue. I completely went blank. This is because I haven't been on stage. I can't even remember. I don't even know. At this point, like I've considered just burning my material and putting out a CD. I don't know if it's good enough. But I think I'll have a couple of years to be able to write a new hour before things get back in the swing. I don't know. I think it's just going to take a lot of, it's just time. Time is not on our side.
I just maybe I'm wrong.
I wish I were 20. Right.
That's why I am writing like other stuff like scripts and things like that,
Yeah.
to like have more product and do this thing on YouTube, and because I think it's the only way to do it, because I think hard stand, like what's the seller gonna do? Like pack people in? Like
Yeah.
I mean, and tourists aren't gonna come to New York for a while anyway. Who's gonna come to
Who
New
would
York
want
tour?
to?
Ugh, you know?
You
I mean,
you don't even want to be back in New York, and you live there.
well, I'm dying to be back if New York was up and running, but yeah, I mean, right now it's just it's very sad.
Yeah. It's awful.
But like no one's gonna be coming in to like go to the Broadway Comedy Club.
No.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're wrong.
I hope that you're wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. But
Things get better and people want to get out, but again, I think wherever you are in the totem pole of comedy, I think this is taking you back down a
few years. Yeah.
Makes, like I'm on the ground again. Like I was
What
on
would we be considered? Mid-level comedians? Lower to mid-level comedians?
But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, in the career of like, they make all their money from comedy.
Yeah.
They've got credits, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be wrong though.
It's all like you said, it's kind of like trying to figure out, you're comedic, you're funny, and now you have to figure out how to apply it to a different medium.
I think so, yeah.
And that's kind of where the creativity, I think there's just going to be a boom of creativity. Right now it feels kind of desperate, like everything, Yeah. I mean, I think it's hysterical that the best comedy show that you went to online was still not.
It was just, it's not, and they had people commenting, and like I said, there were like, I don't know, maybe 175 people viewing, so that's good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was great, but like it's still.
That was on Zoom, so they had 175 people in the Zoom.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was a Zoom, but then you watched it on YouTube, so that's what I'm gonna do, I think.
Oh, why not just put your stuff is out on YouTube already?
Yeah, I have a few followers on YouTube, and it's just then it's there all the time too.
Right.
Like you can see like.
Right.
So I'm just gonna do it once a week and do it from there.
You're gonna
also technology wise, it's a lot easier for me. Like you Zoom and then you tape it. It won't look that great.
This right now, this is going to the OMG Comedy Club page, my Jess Miller Comedy page. It's going to YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch.
Okay.
And it's doing that all at the same time.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I really like this platform, but I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. It's just a thing. So I know.
I think people have to like fool around with it too.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like, okay. So I know this works. I'm kind of getting the grasp of all the like little techie stuff that I can do, and it's getting a little bit better. I need a checklist to remind me to click the audio because I have to do the screen share. But then it's just kind of like yours. Like mine's kind of like unscripted, and it's not at all structured. It is, let's just talk. Let's have a chat. How are you doing? What's going on? That might change depending. That could very well change.
Are you having all women comics on?
This week has been all females. Yeah. Last week, I think I had maybe 3 guys on. Maybe.
All right.
I mean, it's really fun to kind of like connect with the comics and have conversations. I'm enjoying that part of it a lot.
Yeah.
Whether or not but I also watch these and I'm like, I don't know if this is boring or not. Like this is just basically, I feel like this is a conversation between me and you that the world gets to see.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And it may or may not be interesting to any of them. But I'm fine. I'm very happy talking to you.
Exactly. I mean, I'm doing a lot of binge watching, so who knows? I'm like,
What have you binge watched? That's really good.
oh, you know what I really liked? I don't know if you ever heard of the show. It's a comedy on BBC called Miranda.
Okay.
Really funny. It's only got like 20 episodes because it's English.
Okay.
I am hate watching This Is Us as per usual.
Oh, were you a big fan of that? Because I've never watched one episode.
I really do hate watch it. Although I do think
You hate watch it?
Yeah, this past season has been better, but it's still like it's very manipulative.
Okay, so explain it.
It's melodramatic. Like it explains to you how you're supposed to feel. It's sappy, yeah. But this year has been, I feel, more realistic.
Okay.
And previous seasons has been like, oh God, give me a break. And then I've been watching. I have a list and I check it off because sometimes you forget what you're watching.
Have you seen Schitt's Creek?
Of course.
Oh my God.
Watched all of that.
Oh yeah.
What else do I watch? Like Queen Victoria, or Victoria. That's a PBS show about Queen Victoria.
Okay.
I like those shows. The Crown.
Yeah.
Got through. I'm going to watch like Killing Eve next.
Killing Eve. I've heard good things about. I'm actually making notes because I'm running out of shit to watch.
Oh, what else are we watching? Oh, I just watched another BBC like drama murder thing. They seem to like M words for ladies on those shows. The Miranda is the comedy, and Marcella is the. And then my husband and I are watching weird stuff like there's a show on Netflix where this crazy Alaskan couple is giving away their home. And so all these like English couples have come to like sort of compete in this sort of British way to get the home. Like,
okay.
Into the wilderness. It's weird.
Is that a reality show?
It is. It's only 6 episodes. That's good. And I recommend that.
What's it called?
I don't know. Something wilderness. You would see
something wilderness. Okay.
Just type in wilderness and it'll come up.
All right.
We watch Nailed It a lot.
Oh, Nailed It is great.
Repair Shop. Have you watched Repair Shop?
I think I've seen that like a couple of times.
It's super relaxing. Like if you can't sleep, it's a good show to sleep because it's very calm. It's British. They fix things. Everyone's happy and nice. It's very good.
So I've watched Man in the High Castle. Have you seen that?
Doug does. I can't watch it. It creeps me out.
Oh, did you watch the first season at least?
I would come in and out when Doug was watching it, and I'd be freaked out, and I can't watch it. I can't watch the Hitler one.
It is so insane.
I'm moving it.
Okay.
Oh, my dog's not here. Oh, you could see my dog. I go way off brand with my dog.
Okay. It's he likes it, right, Doug?
He does. Is there a second season he needs to watch?
There are 3 seasons now.
Oh, he's behind.
The first season I was riveted because it was just like, wow, like this could actually be real. And it was very, very creepy to me. But it was riveting. And then the second season, it felt like it just got a little bit. You ever watch Fringe when that was on Fox? God, that was like maybe 10 years or so ago. Steph and I got into Fringe, and at first it was really good, and then they just, I don't know what happens to the writing. They just start getting really weird, and there's kind of like no elements of reality in there.
I also think that like if someone has a successful show, they leave the show, and so the people who come on don't have the same vision because that person is leaving to do another show. You know what I'm saying? They're successful. Yeah, successful. So yeah, I watch a lot of British shows because I also like how the seasons are shorter. So you can't like, I just saw like, I was going to watch, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick that up. it's like 14 episodes. I'm not going to start a 400 episode show. Like,
You might have time.
I don't want to do it on that then. You know what I mean? Like,
Have you seen,
know.
what about Mad Men? Have you ever watched that?
No, Doug did, and we have the box set. That's how old we are. But
Wow.
I know, which we don't need the box set because I can watch it on.
I have the Sex
Netflix.
and the City box set. Do you like Sex and the City?
You know, I kind of knew what was going on in Sex and the City, but I didn't really like. I want to do like a remake of Sex and the City of like me and my girlfriends, and one lives in a small room, like studio shit apartment. Hasn't had sex in 10 years, and like, I mean, you know, come on.
Would that be called the Golden Girls?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, they had a lot of sex on Golden Girls. I'm like picking my nose on your show. I'm like,
Steph
worry,
just said Father Brown is really good.
Father Brown. What's that?
What is that, Steph? Is that on BBC?
We've lost her.
What's the other one? We just watched Lucifer. Have you seen that? That's on Netflix.
With
Tom.
with,
it's with
who?
Tom Ellis.
Oh no, I'm thinking Idris Elba. What's that show? He has a BBC show that doesn't have a lot of seasons either. It comes back.
This is 4 seasons, and it took us a long time to get through it because we were both sort of like my sleeping patterns kind of gotten really bad where I'll go to sleep at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because you too. I'm staying up, I'm watching TV, I get hooked in, and I'm like, and then I'm waking up at like 12, 1 o'clock. Because I mean,
very bad.
It's very, very bad for us. I'm waiting. There's no sun. Yeah. I think when the sun comes out, that might help a little bit. I know when we were in Florida, we were up every day early, and it was nice. You know, we had our coffee in the morning. We sat by the water. You know, that was really, really nice. This weather sucks. We still have our heat on in our house, and it's almost May.
I know.
It's crazy.
And that'll help too.
That will help a lot. At least in terms of feeling better.
Yes.
But so she'll try to go to sleep earlier than me. It started off with we watched every single Avengers movie in chronological order.
My friend just did that too.
Yeah, it's really great if you do, and because things make more sense, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember one night she said, "It's 1 o'clock. I was going to start another movie," and she goes, "It's 1 o'clock in the morning," and I'm like, "Where do you have to go tomorrow?"
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere. Let's just watch the movie. And so we started to watch the movie, and 5 minutes later, I was passed out. She gets up the next day. The next day, she doesn't get up the next morning. We get up the next day, and she says, "I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning watching that." And I'm like, I have to rewatch it because I missed the entire thing.
Yeah. Right?
So Lucifer, really well done. Like, if I were gonna go I think if I were gonna be a super religious person, it would completely change how I look at the heaven and hell thing. Because it was really good. I liked it a lot, and I'm glad that they're coming out with. I think they got picked up by Netflix, and I think they're gonna get 2 more seasons. But again, with like comedy, how do you start filming?
Well, like, I've heard with that, like, they're just going to really change things. Like, they're going to do a lot of CGI stuff, and just it's going to change how they do it. But they'll, I think that will get back up. I think live performance is really problematic. Live performance are going to be huge.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, even so, you still have a cast. If you have a cast of, I don't know, 10 people,
they'll figure it out. So it's like, but I mean, I just think, or, the thing is too, like, it's going to be hard, I think, for comedy. Who knows? Maybe comedy will just take off. But I think it'll be hard for some comedy clubs to make money if they really have to social distance.
Yeah, it'll be. Well, I think, yeah. And
like, does this mean like people have to arrive on a rolling basis. Like you give some people a 7:15 ticket and then they sit. I mean, it all creates a lot of, and then people, they'll have to do a lot of bringers.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm past that.
Well, no, but I mean, there'll have to be a lot of shows where they're trying to get people, they got to put asses in the seat.
Yeah.
So.
Or, and the other issue I think that may be a problem is discretionary income and whether or not people will have it.
Well, yes, I sort of alluded to that. Like nobody has money. So
like everybody's like 18% of the US has no job and they got one, they're getting unemployment and we can barely pay our bills.
And so who's going to be like, oh yeah, let's go to a comedy club and
you can't really paper a room.
What?
You can't paper a room. You can't just give away free tickets to bring people in and feed them and have them drink alcohol, especially if you're only at like 50, 40, 25 to 50% capacity. I have no idea how they're going to do this. I'm very curious about it.
I mean, eventually it'll get better, but I think
I don't. My feeling is I am looking at fall of 2021. That's when I think it'll get better, and I hope it's sooner than that. I hope I'm not being a pessimist, but I don't think. I think with everything that's happened and everything that the way things have gone, and with the current state of politics, it just seems like it's just going to prolong everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who rush out to go ahead and do stuff might be jeopardizing themselves and other people by getting sick and causing the second wave of stuff. I don't know. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a stable genius, so I don't know.
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm going to try to do my brand basically a different way.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And then hopefully.
So what does that look like for you in specifics? Like,
well, doing the show onto YouTube, doing more writing that's like specifically in my voice, trying to get that places. That's the big thing. I mean, I had already decided that I'm walking now, everyone. I don't know who's watching. I'm just going to walk now. But I had decided to kind of like, that's about it. I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate my neck. Anyway,
you have to hold the camera up.
I know. That's what everyone tells me, but I can't. I'm just going to look like this.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how everything's going to pan out, but I don't think, again, it's going to happen at least till June. I mean, maybe some clubs will try to open up in May.
I have had, let's see, I am still booked in July at Wisecrackers, but I have 7,000 emails right now that I have to go through because I haven't been going through my emails. 7,061 emails, including junk mail. So I have to sort through all of that. So
that's good.
Right now, I'm scheduled in the Poconos, and I have a fundraiser scheduled for November. That's it.
I got nothing. Like nothing.
I mean, that's like, I've had everything else has been canceled.
And no one's like, I even said, I teased my friend, no, not teased my friend, but I was like, should I be upset? No one's like, want to come on my virtual show? No, nobody cares. But I'm like,
the thing is that this
supposed to ask for a spot on these shows, like, kill me now.
What? Say that one more time.
I said to my friend, am I supposed to reach out and be like, hey, want to put me on your virtual show? I mean, seriously, I can't, Jess. I just cannot do that.
Is that that's like the bottom of the bucket there?
No, it's not even, but it's like that's what we're gonna have to do. I mean, oh my God.
So what's making you happy these days? Anything?
Making me happy?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, people are in terrible, like they have absolutely no money. people are dying that they love. Like, you know, I'm very grateful and very blessed with what I have, and
Right.
I totally understand that. However, as my Nana used to say, sometimes you get tired of being grateful things aren't worse. That was her famous phrase. And like, some days you're like, okay, like if I still had some work, some legal work to do, like it would be better. Like
Right.
my friends I don't have any work. So I'm trying to stay very focused as much as I can.
Yeah.
So what's making my dog makes me happy. And that's,
Not
you know.
is making you happy.
What?
You did. I want to see if I can find this. You did.
Hair is just like, look at this hair, Jess. I mean, again, like you feel like I can't, but now it looks, I mean, what's happening? We can't get our hair done. My nails and toenails. I mean, I texted my friend and I was like, I know this sounds like a white lady problem, but what is going to happen to my feet eventually? Like,
oh, my feet are disgusting.
And again,
but I'm a lesbian. I feel like I can get away with it a little bit better.
You know, hundreds of people die every day. The morgues are like, you have to be grateful. Like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
But then you're like, what is happening? Like, seriously, what is happening?
Well, I mean, when you're like in your own world, and I mean, you're there in a cabin in upstate New York, you're isolated with your husband. And how long have you been there for?
Probably 6 weeks.
Okay. So you've been there for 6 weeks. Yeah. There's nothing extracurricular that you can really do.
Not really. There's really not a lot.
Right? You can't go to the movies. If you go shopping, it's scary.
It's not,
shopping.
It's not pleasant. Like, you're wearing a mask. Your face is like, I can't even figure out the trick of how not to fog up my glasses. So then I take off my glasses and I can't see. And then everyone's like weird and quiet and standing 6 feet apart. And it's not like, you know how you used to go shopping and it used to be like a little mental vacation? No, not anymore.
Yeah. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to
nothing.
You can't see a show. You're not working. So I'm not trying to make this worse. I'm just trying to say. Yeah.
But it's like,
this is what it is. So what do you do in these in situations like this?
And it's like, you have to give yourself like a pep talk to shower. I mean, it's like, what, you know, today I said to Doug, "Ooh, Jess is making me shower." You know, you did make me shower, but I was like, well, I at least have to shower. You know, I'm taking an online class. That's helpful.
Oh, you are?
But again, have you done any online classes?
Oh yeah, in college I did them.
Same. They're just, there's something still missing about them.
I did it. How long ago has it been since I took a class? I did a psychology class online over the summer, and I'm like, wow, that wasn't a good time to do it at all. You know, because I was like, I just knocked this one out of the park. The amount of work that I had to do for that.
Yeah.
For that, I don't know. We had to be online every single day. We had to post something every single day. And I was like, this isn't normal. You know, but
it's also like you don't get to talk to the other people and like get like some camaraderie.
It's all very disconnected to me.
It's all very disconnected. So I'm doing a screenwriting class of original TV screen.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
And it's cool, but first off, I'm having terrible writer's block.
Right.
But I just felt like, if I wait, like, what's the point of waiting? But in some ways, I feel like I should have waited, but in some ways I'm like, you know what, just keep going, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
So you're struggling a lot.
Yeah. I mean, but the good thing is I do feel like everyone is. Like, sometimes in the past where I've been unemployed or I've been depressed, like, no one else is. You know what I mean? And now it's like, literally, we're all pretty much here, there, everywhere in the same boat, which is I am finding it comforting. I don't know about everybody else.
I don't know that I find it very comforting.
But even this comedian I talked to was like, every comedian is feeling.
Well, I think that part of it just sort of like basically neutralizes all of us, you know. It,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but it's not your usual, like, it's not. How do I say? I mean, there's a lot of in comedy. Like one of the biggest things I have to always fight about is comparing myself, and you know, I hate being jealous. Like when I'm jealous, I'm always like, okay, this isn't me. I got to step away for a while.
Right.
And so this kind of cuts down on that because it's like, well, nobody's like, and you can all have your like things, but like calm yourself. Everybody calm yourself. Like nobody is like killing this. You know,
No.
I talked to a booker and I was like, I feel so guilty. I'm not doing anything. She's like,
no one is.
She's like, it's fine. Do something. Don't do something. She's like, it's not gonna matter. Like honestly, I think once clubs happen, I'm gonna have to be again out there every night, like showing my face for them to be like, oh yeah, you know, which is the same sort of stuff you have to do.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
It's the same sort of stuff you had to do, but now you have to kind of go back to almost basics.
And you have to go back to the basics, not knowing what the basics are going to be.
No.
Yeah.
So
this has been a very uplifting conversation.
Yeah, but I actually feel like everyone's in the same boat. It does help me mentally. It does help me.
Yeah, I do too.
Like no one is like.
I would prefer that everything was normal and we were all just working our asses off to do comedy.
The usual kind of competition and usual.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the competitiveness. I hate it. I can't stand it.
Well, I mean, everything's competitive though. Every business. My husband's business is competitive. Like all businesses are competitive.
I can't stand it. I just think we should all get along.
Well, it's never going to happen.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that pep
talk. Could you book me for a pep talk? But like, also too, like I always feel like, you know, I'm not in competition with a 27-year-old. Like, if you're a 27-year-old comedian or me, we are vastly different. I'm not in competition with you. You're not in competition for whatever do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you and I are probably in more competition.
Yeah.
Yet supportive. You know what I mean? Like, yes. But like you have some 27-year-old, we're not doing the same thing, you know?
Not really. Like, I mean, God, I would love to be 27 with all this technology right now. It'd be amazing. I mean, number one, and I'm not speaking for every single 27-year-old at all, but I do think that younger people are a little bit more self-absorbed, or a lot. They can be. It's harder to motivate them, and they want to be on their phones more, right? So, like, I was one of the platforms that I'm using right now is Twitch. And you can literally go on and play a game. And the only game that I could play at this point would be Sims. And I'd have to learn it. And I would sit and I could just sit there and I could make money playing Sims. And I'm like, holy shit. I mean, that's an idea. There's a lot of different ideas. I mean, there's still coaching available, like from people who are doing, you know, like with the writing and stuff. Writers workshops, like the fact that you're taking a class is really good. This is not easy for anybody.
No. And like, I still think somebody who, I mean, I haven't told a joke in months.
Yeah, no, I know.
How is that going to go? And even for people, I mean, you know, listen, we have the tools now.
Yeah.
However,
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
But people, you know, I don't know.
How do you prepare? Like before you go up on stage, how did you prepare? Did you go through your set? Did you write it out? Like, did you have a set list?
Yes, to all those things.
Okay. Did you create a new set list every time you went up, or you just did you
It depends on
reformat?
what I'm doing. Like if I have a big showcase or I'm auditioning for something or I need a take, no. Anymore I do. And like the thing is, you know, if club is hiring you, they want you. I don't feel I'm at the level where, you know, I could just try new stuff on a Saturday night and bomb. Like
Oh
they're
no.
need to perform
Right.
and they don't care. I mean, they're not listening to each joke anyway.
They want to
And
hear the audience laugh.
they want to hear the audience laugh. So if you say the same jokes that night, you know, I'm always very hard on myself to create new stuff.
Okay.
Like, and in some ways, I think I not throw things out, but I stopped doing them much faster. So now, like, I'm trying to do, well, before all this, I had started to try to do like a 5-minute set about marriage. And I do, like, if I have a half hour, I will do like a 10-minute thing on marriage and it's whatever. But like for like a late night set or something, you want to do 5 minutes on some sort of cohesive topic.
Right.
Which isn't my style really, and that's part of the shtick. But you know, you kind of got to play along too. Like part of the shtick, part of the act is what is she? Where is she gonna? You don't have a clue what I'm gonna say next because it's not like it's like what? Yeah. But you know, got to play by the game. So it depends. Like I had a really important audition like a couple months ago, and I hadn't done this in a while, but I had like typed out the set, and it was jokes I had, you know, done, but just to really work it out and everything.
Right.
So it just depends. And but yeah, I always write out a set list. I have it in my back pocket. It's like a little lucky. Yeah,
How much time do you have now? Altogether.
I always underplay what I have. I at least have a lot of stuff like an hour, at least an hour and a half, I would say.
Yeah, see, I think you'll be fine. When we come back, we'll come back. Yeah. I mean, it might be a little rough, but I think we're all professionals, you know?
It's not even that so much, it's just when I'll get the opportunity to.
Well, if it's in 2 years, it's gonna be weird.
I'll be an anchor by then. Like,
exactly.
Liz Barrett.
Yeah.
But as I said this was one of my tweets. I'm like, this pandemic is getting in the way of my midlife crisis. You know, it's like I don't have time for this. I had a whole midlife crisis plan for 2020. You know,
not anymore. 2020. I saw a meme today that said 2020 is like getting ready to walk across the street, look both ways, see no cars coming, step out on the street and get hit by an airplane.
Yeah. It's like,
and it was like, wow, that's a really good analogy for what 2020 has been so far.
I mean, I'd like the summer to be nice, and whatever type of fun times we can try to have in the summer would be nice. Right?
What kinds of, so let me ask you, what are your go-to activities then?
Well, we come up to the cabin a lot. And we have like, you know, we have friends, old friends, or my nieces and nephews. Nothing crazy, like, you know, and I'd like to have my legal work back. But it's a public job. It's hearings, so people have to come in, and you know, it's hard to social.
So they couldn't have shut down the entire court system, though, could they?
Well, this is a city office, so it's not quite like the court, but they have shut down a lot of the courts. Yeah, because it's a very, you know, person-to-person job.
Right.
So I think whatever sort of, but I mean, maybe people in the Midwest, everything will be fine and they'll just start traveling, and I don't know. We don't know. We just don't know.
Are you watching a lot of news?
Not really.
No.
I mean, I'm reading. I like to read much better about stuff. I was watching Cuomo, Big Daddy Cuomo every day, but I'm not anymore. Not every day. I don't watch Chucklehead at all.
Who's
And
Chucklehead?
I don't. What is that about? That's just a big.
Yeah,
line
Leanne
ball.
Lord and I were talking about him. We were doing this. You know, Leanne Lord. Do you know her? She's
No.
a comic in New York City. She's great. You should know her because she's very funny. You guys need to meet each other, is what I'm saying. But we were the day that she was on the show, he had just said something about Lysol,
Yeah.
Lysol and the UV light. And I'm like, why don't you demonstrate the Lysol and shove a UV light up your ass? And our feed just went.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, well, so let's just start that again, and this time we won't mention that name. Chucklehead.
I mean, I do think people are tired of
yeah.
But I don't. I mean,
It's
in
never
some
gonna
ways,
end.
I feel like. Again, this doesn't sound like a pep talk, but I mean it more peppy than I mean it than it sounds like. In some ways, it's freeing all of this. It's like there are no expectations. Like everyone's in the same boat. Like just calm yourself. Like it kind of.
It's neutralizing.
It's neutralizing.
Yeah.
You know, I think people will be insane when we know comedians. And I think people will be shivving each other out of the way. Like, I think it's going to get kind of nasty once we're all back. I do. Because there's going to be so little of it. People are going to be desperate.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. But who knows?
So, let's go out on a positive note, Liz.
Yes. So, I mean, in some ways, you know, you have to be grateful for what you have. And yeah, you just have to keep going, I think, don't you?
What's the choice?
There's no other choice.
Just keep going.
We're not in the house with like 2 toddlers. I mean, people have like crazy situations.
Yeah. But I mean, anybody's situation could be worse. You could have not been able to go to you could have not had a cabin.
Yeah.
We have our puppies and our 2 kitties and each other.
I mean, we're very blessed.
Yeah.
I hate that word, but it's true.
It's a legit word.
Be grateful. And comedy will just,
it's really hard not to have the comedy.
It's very. And again, if you knew, okay, in 2 weeks, if you had some structure to it, but there's no structure to it. Like,
and there was no, I think for me, there wasn't anything that was going to say, oh, well, you're not going to be doing comedy for the next maybe 2 to 6 months, maybe a year after this date.
Yeah.
That's hard. Like, I mean, like when the Hookie Loud closed, I got like 2 weeks notice that they were closing and then my shows were over. So it's almost like I've gone through this on some level.
Yeah.
And we all did. Well, it'll all return to normal and everything will be okay. It's just a matter of time and making sure that people stay healthy doing it. That's I think that's probably the most important thing to me is that people are healthy.
Yes. I mean, that's the number one thing, and people aren't like dying. And then the rest of it, I think the arts are going to suffer for a little while. I just don't see any way around it. Like, and I think that includes movie theaters. I mean, who's going to go to a movie theater now for a while? I'm not.
Movie theaters, they can at least sit every other chair.
True. But I think people are going to be hesitant. I even think in the States where they're like, let's open up today, like they're not, that doesn't mean that they're all going to go to.
Well, they opened up the beaches in California and then they closed the beaches right back down.
I know my parents are out in California. Now they're in the shitty part.
And that I would have been pissed off about. And not in the sense of, goddamn, why did you close the beaches down? But why the fuck are people out there hanging out at the beaches like that? And I think that's going to be hard this summer. If we can't go to
be really hard.
If we can't go to the beaches or the parks, I mean,
I don't know.
That's not going to be fun.
But that's the next, I think, Big
Big
Daddy
Cuomo.
Cuomo, as I like to call him. They were like, oh, Broadway says they're opening up in June. And he was like, are they?
Are they? Yeah. Are they? Yeah.
And he's totally right. He's like, nobody has any money. And what? It's way down on the totem pole. I hate to say it. It really is. Like, when I get to tell another deadpan joke in the stream of the universe is like way down there.
Well, you always have Zoom.
I always have Zoom, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to check it out. And before we get off of this tonight, when I in the broadcast, stay on like you were before.
Okay. Oh, what happened? Ooh,
that was the dog chasing the cat.
How do your dog and cats get along?
Oh, they get along swimmingly.
Oh, do they?
Just
are you being facetious?
No. They get along swell. Like the little kitten.
Are you being
really
funny?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little one, the kitten, she's not quite a year old. Things are on her terms.
Gotcha.
And by I mean her terms, it's her terms.
Yeah.
This little thing can rule the whole fucking house.
Is that the one I saw in the shadows?
Yes.
Oh, so you have a cat and a dog.
We have 2 cats and 2 dogs.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I have a cat and dog, and they're small, and I still am like, ugh, can y'all?
Well, they're
Yeah.
all small. Thumper, you behave yourself. Thumper, come here. Come here right now. Come here. Come say hi. Give me a hug. That's a good boy. Oh.
See, look at me. I'm totally off brand.
Off brand right now.
I know. Well,
this is Thumper.
Hi, Thumper.
He never looks at the screen.
Is he live?
Oh, there he goes. He does do a little trick. Armpits? No. Mom goes somewhere. He has to know. Hi. Give me a hug. There you go. Everybody needs a haircut. Everybody needs a haircut.
Look at this, Jess. Look.
Your hair is long. I've never seen your hair that long.
It's like, look at the roots. Again. Yeah.
Perspective.
All right, lady, get your perspective. But
yeah,
seriously. And I can't do it myself. I mean, I guess I could, but
you can. I have done it myself. I have colored my hair.
Yes, I used to, but
and I did it on Facebook, and I drank a glass or a bottle of wine while I did it. So it was fun.
It's an activity.
And then I had to go see a real person to fix what I did.
I mean, it's just.
You can't. Oh, this is.
I'm thinking of like starting to put it like back like this, like I used to when I was like 20. Oh, yeah, good.
Hi.
Should I start wearing it like that, Jess?
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know. I barely am brushing my hair. Who am I kidding?
This is Lily Tomlin. Yeah, this is Lily.
Oh, do you watch Grace and Frankie?
I have not watched that. I need to watch it.
Oh, Jess.
It's so good, right? Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure Sam Waterston and Martin Sheen, who I both adore individually, are the most convincing gay couple I've ever seen, but you love all 4 of them, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And Lily Tomlin, like the way she delivers the line is just, it's a thing of beauty.
See, they're so beauty. How old are they? They're in their 70s.
They're old. They're 80s. I mean, I think Jane Fonda's 84, and I think Lily is like 75 or something. And there's a difference. Yeah. But I'm very impressed with your opening, credit thing, Joe.
Oh, thank you. I fixed it today. It was great.
Oh, am I the first guest to enjoy this?
Without it being, yeah, I actually made it so that it worked with the program that we're using. Wow. She's so angry. Watch this. She will shoot off my shoulder in a second.
How old is she? Oh,
Here, maybe you can just take her.
that's a good screenshot. Wow. So,
Yeah,
Hope
there's
I
still,
was-
like, listen, if they can do it at 75 and 85, we still have time. So just
It's
keep
true.
that in. Just keep that in the back of your mind. We still have time. And you know what? Right now we have time to write and be creative and do all the things that we weren't doing before. To go back over our sets, edit, clean things up, and be ready. Preparation is key. So when things do open, you got to be ready for it. That's it.
I'm looking at my old notebooks and I mean, hilarious. I'm like, why am I keeping this? Like nothing's ever coming from this piece of paper.
Oh, I don't know. I've thrown away. I don't throw away jokes. I just put them on the side, you know?
Well, yeah, but like nonsense, like, I mean, sometimes you can just tell.
You can just
like,
tell. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes things are not good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not good.
But
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. And it's a community and we'll see how it goes after.
and when are you starting your Getting By series?
Next Wednesday.
So you're gonna do it on
7:00.
Wednesdays?
So if anybody's interested, you know, find my just go to lizbarrettcomedy.com or at Liz Comedy and I'll send you a link. I think that's how I'm gonna do it.
Cool. I'm
And it's
gonna
gonna be real fast, like half an hour. In
half
and
an
out.
hour, like
Like you were watching like you know, a comedy.
like you're watching comedy.
Like you're watching comedy.
Yeah.
Like, like just being named.
I feel like this has been more like therapy sessions for us in a way.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
think
It's like
great.
having a happy hour.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm wearing clothes. Are you wearing clothes?
Oh yeah. I was like, do I have to be half naked? Like I was gonna wear pajama bottoms, but I even wore jeans to this.
You did? I am still not put on a pair of pants.
I do.
I'm going to regret that.
Well, see, I go out once in a while. Like I went to Family Dollar today. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. And it was weird. And then I came home.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys get some good weather up there. Do you have canoes or anything? Do you do canoeing? Anything?
Kayaks. So
Yeah,
that'll be good.
kayaks?
Yeah,
Have you
but
been
it's
kayaking?
pouring rain here tonight. It's
Yeah, it's
pouring.
too cold still. Yeah.
Yeah, I kayak. That's off brand too.
I think yeah. It's so funny that you just keep saying off brand.
It's off brand.
Yeah.
Oh, so this will make you laugh. So there are bears up here, and my husband's like, "Do you know how to, if you see a bear, what to do?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You don't turn your back to it. If you're near the house, you back up, whatever.
Okay.
You don't lose their gaze, and you like become very big." Very big and start making a lot of noise. And I was like, that's totally off POV. And he's like, yes, go off total POV and just get like crazy. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that would
okay,
be,
I'm dead with the bear. You know what I'm saying?
There's an episode for you.
Yeah, I'm like, the bear will be like, this is a slow moving person. It's like shooting a fish in a bucket.
All right,
Like-
hang in there for a second. We'll talk after this, but I'm way over. So I'm gonna end the broadcast, but you stay right where you are, okay?
Oh, okay.
And everybody, please check out Liz. You can follow her Twitter, Instagram at Liz Comedy with 1 Z.
Bye.
And thanks for being here.
No, I'm not like Lizzo.
Not like what?
Lizzo with 2 Z.
I don't know. It looks like you have J Liz there.
Yeah, I screwed up.
You screwed up. That's so funny. All right, hold on.
Okay.